There are a total of 164 star powers inside Brawl Stars, and today we're going to be going over the top 10 worst ones in the game. So if you don't have any of these, please do not buy them. If you get them out of a legendary star drop, well, consider yourself unlucky. But we're going to start from the 10th worst star power and work our way down to the single worst star power in the entire game. Make sure to stick around for that, like the video, and let's get straight into it. So starting off with the 10th worst star power inside Brawl Stars, we got Jean's second star power, Spirit Slap. Jean's magic hand also damages enemies, dealing 2000 damage on hit. And the reason why this isn't a good star power is because whenever you're using Jean, you normally have at least 1 or 2 enemies right beside you. So when you pull someone in, it's already going to be a 1 vs 2 or maybe a 1 vs 3. It's going to be a free kill. There's really no point of adding 2000 extra damage. So imagine this is the enemy right here. I have a bull on the left side. I have a Lily on the right side. I pull the enemy. Yes, I did 2000 damage, but the bull and Lily are going to destroy the enemy before they can even attack you, and you're also shooting them. So there's really no point of having the star power. I mean, it's basically extra ammo because Jean already does 2000 damage. You're basically shooting them 4 times, but it's already going to be a 1 vs 2, 1 vs 3. You don't really need that 2000 extra damage. Jean's other star power is way better. You can heal your enemies every single second. It's actually insane. It's also really good in the ranked modifier Healing Wings. It does even more healing. So this star power really isn't worth it. Please don't buy it. It's not that good. Moving on to the 9th worst star power in Brawl Stars, we got Buster's first star power, Blockbuster. Buster's Lens Flare deals 15% more damage for each ally in his supercharge area, and the reason why this isn't worth buying for is because his supercharge radius is so small. Look at that. Bro, that's like 5 tiles long. The only time this is gonna be useful is when your teammates are in this small little radius and you're right beside an enemy. That is gonna be so rare, and it only does 15% more damage. That's like what, 2000 times 15? That's what, maybe like 300 more damage. It's definitely not worth it. The only time I can think of when my teammates are standing in this radius is at the start of a Brawl Ball game when everyone's right beside each other. I mean, your teammates standing on top of you and you're right beside someone. That's super rare. The other star power is way better, and maybe out of like 90 seconds this could be useful. Like in 2 seconds out of the 90 seconds, it's definitely not worth it. Do not buy this. Moving on to the 8th worst star power in Brawl Stars, we got Ruff's second star power, Field Promotion. Friendly brawlers have their maximum health increased by 30 every second that they're in the range of this ability while it's active. And the reason why this star power isn't that good is because once your teammates die, their health goes back down to the original amount. So let's say you have 6500 HP, you stand in Ruff's star power for 10 seconds, now you're at 6800 HP, then you die, now you're going back down to 6500 HP. So unless you're in like competitive mode and you know what you're doing, it's probably worth it in competitive mode. But in casual play, your teammates are gonna die a lot. It's not gonna be worth it. They may go up by like 200 HP, they're gonna go die, and then they back down to whatever their original amount was. It's really not that good. His second star power is way better. It can break walls. It's way more versatile. Do not buy the star power if you already have it. I'm sorry. If you get it out of a legendary star drop, I'm sorry. Do not buy it. The 7th worst star power, we got Serge's first star power to the max. Serge's main attack now splits when hitting walls, and I think this is pretty self-explanatory. I mean, how many times are you gonna be in a game where you hit a wall and then you hit your enemy? Like, that is so rare. I mean, even if I try to hit these bots, I'm gonna hit this wall here, and I mean, it's hard for me to hit the bots. Like, you have to get the perfect angle to actually hit someone, and once you do, it only does 1180 damage, and the second star power is literally 15,000 times better. This star power is definitely not worth it. I mean, yes, you could curve walls sometimes, maybe like 2% of the game you can actually hit a shot, and it only does 1100 damage. That's literally less than Poco. This is not worth it. Please do not buy it. It's really not that good. I mean, 1100 damage. You need to hit the high safe like 15 million times to take it down. It's not worth it. Don't buy it. The 6th worst star power in Brawl Stars is Mandy's second star power, Hard Candy. Mandy receives 30% shield while focused, and this one is also pretty obvious to understand because what is Mandy known for? She's known for her insane range. When she's hitting her enemies, no one can hit her. I mean, she can be standing on the opposite side of the map and still hit her opponents. So honestly, why while you're standing still, you don't really need a shield because no one can basically hit you. I mean, maybe you'll get hit with like a one tick mine that does like 1000 damage, but you really don't need a shield. What you do need is your attack to go faster, right? Because you're shooting so far. If your attack is really slow, basically your enemies can dodge it. Her first star power is way better. It shoots 20% faster. They actually buffed this. I'm pretty sure it used to be 20% shield, but they realized it's so bad that they increased it to 30%, but it's still horrific. Do not buy this. There's no point. While you're standing still, no one's even gonna hit you. There's really no point of having a shield. Belle's second star power, Grounded, comes in at number 5. Getting marked by Belle's super prevents the opponents from reloading their attack for 5 seconds. Now, if this star power was on a tank, like for example El Primo, that would be insane. Imagine El Primo jumps on you and now you can't reload for 5 seconds. He's gonna destroy you. But because Belle's a sharpshooter, I mean, you can hit your opponent, boom, you get the marked, but you're all the way over here. Your opponents can literally run away for 5 seconds, just hide, heal up, and now they're back in the game, and now they're getting their ammo reloaded. There's literally no point of using the star power. I mean, it's literally useless. Your opponent, like for example, let's see this bot is shooting me. I'm gonna be like all the way back here. I hit the opponent, and now they can just run behind a wall, hide for 5 seconds, you know, get their health regenerated, and now they're back in the action. The star power was literally useless. You might get Bell super like 3 to 5 times a game. You're probably gonna miss 1 or 2 of them. So realistically, this would only work for like what, 10 to 15 seconds in a game. A game's like 1 minute 30 seconds long. That's not worth it. Your enemies can just go hide behind a wall. It's literally useless. The first star power is way better. Coming in at number 4, we have Chester's second star power, Sneak Peek. Chester will always know what his next super will be. Bro, when is this ever gonna be useful? This is literally useless. I mean, I'm guessing they added it in the game, so if you're in a desperate situation, you know your next super is gonna be, for example, the stun gadget. So if El Primo's jumping on you, you could pop that right away. You know what it's gonna be. You get a free kill. But honestly, once you're in a desperate situation inside Brawl Stars, you get your super, you're gonna pop it right away. You're not gonna look at like, oh, let's see what Chester's super is. Is it the stun gadget? Is it the one that bombs people? Is it like the pop rocks? No one's gonna look for that. You're gonna pop it right away. And honestly, to get out of a desperate situation, all of Chester's supers are good, right? Like the pop rocks, the one that slows people, that's like Lou's super, that's pretty good. The one that stuns them, that's pretty good. The bomb is pretty good. Literally every single super of Chester is really good to use if you're in a desperate situation. So there's no point of using this. Once you get your super, you already know what it is. Like, there's no point of knowing what your next super is gonna be. Once you get it, you know what it is. There's no point. Moving on to the top 3 now. Coming in at number 3, we have Doug's first star power, Fast Food. Resurrected targets gain increased movement speed for 3 seconds after being resurrected. Now, I want you guys to tell me the last time you used the Doug super on your teammates. Like, no one uses Doug super on your teammates. I honestly forgot you can even use it on your teammates. I literally just press the auto aim button and use it on myself. But even if you use it on your teammates, they die, they respawn, they only get an increased movement speed for 3 seconds. Like, what is that even gonna do? There's no point. I mean, maybe if it was like 15 seconds, that would be good. But 3 seconds, that's literally 1, 2, 3, and it's done. It's literally done. First of all, there's a 1% chance I'm even going to use my super on my teammate. And second of all, there's a 0.01% chance it's actually going to be useful. Like, I don't really understand when this is going to be useful. Maybe if you have the Brawl Ball, you're going to like run in really fast and you can score. Like, bro, this is so useless. Please don't buy it. The second star power, at least it heals you 480. The first star power does nothing. Going over to number 2, we have Bonnie's second star power, Wisdom Tooth. Loose Tooth shatters on hit, dealing 25% extra damage to nearby enemies. Now, when you hear this, that actually sounds pretty good. Like 25% extra damage, that's so much. But let me just show you guys what this actually is. Once you guys see what this is, you're gonna be like, this is literally useless. There's no point of having this. Okay, so ready? So this is what it does. I'm gonna shoot this ball and look what happens. 4 like spikes pop out and that's it. And look how much damage they do. I'm gonna go up here. Let's go up here to these bots. Watch how much damage this does. Ready? Watch this. Bro, it does 560 damage. 560 damage per hit. Look at this. And this is only gonna be useful, like it would actually do something if you hit your enemy and another enemy's right beside them, or else it's literally gonna do nothing. And even if the other enemy's right beside them, bro, it's gonna do 560 damage. That's literally it. I'm pretty sure that's like the least damage you could do in the game. Maybe like Lou's super does a lot less than that, but 560 damage, it's actually useless. There's no point of having it. I think you guys understand why. It's horrific. But the single worst star power inside Brawl Stars has to belong to Sam. The second star power, remote recharge. While the Knuckle Busters are on the ground and near enemies, they will charge up Sam's super. Let me just show you guys how small the radius is and why there's literally a 0% chance this is ever going to be useful. So watch this. So I'm going to throw my Knuckle Busters. Ready? I'm going to throw them and look at that. Bro, our enemy has to be in this small little radius so it can even charge Sam's super. Now, every good Sam in the game isn't just gonna throw their super and just leave it, right? Normally, they're gonna go up to her and grab it. So what people normally do, let's go to this bot. Let's see, that's an enemy. People are gonna use walls, hit them, kill them, and the super is right beside them. That's what every good Sam does. So first of all, there's gonna be like a 1% chance that your Knuckle Busters are all the way on the other side and you actually have to chase to get them. So this isn't going to be useful. And the second reason why this isn't going to be useful is because of his gadget magnetic field. While the Knuckle Busters are on the ground, Sam can activate them to pull in nearby enemies. Every single person uses this gadget so that enemies are never going to go right beside his super because they know the Sam can just tap this gadget and then they're going to get a free kill. So not only is no one going to go beside the gadget, you're probably never going to leave it on its own. If you can't get to it, normally people that play Sam, they just die so they can get their super again. So that's a second thing. And the third thing is, if it's on the ground, no enemy's gonna go beside it because of this gadget. Everyone's gonna be scared to go beside it because then you can just tap the gadget and then they're gonna get pulled in and then you can get a free kill. So this is by far the worst star power in the game. If you have the star power and you didn't intend on getting it, I'm really sorry. If you get this out of a legendary star jar, you're probably the unluckiest person inside Brawl Stars who is ever gonna use this. So that is my list for the top 10 worst star powers inside Brawl Stars. Comment down below any other star powers you guys can think of that are literally useless, but make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to never miss any future videos.